If you constantly feel ordinary and invisible while everyone else seems to shine, listen closely to these words. This story is going to change the way you value your existence. Deep in a quiet valley, an old potter spent his entire life molding clay. One morning, he crafted two unique vessels. The first was a magnificent porcelain vase, painted with pure gold leaf and vibrant colors. The second was a simple, thick clay jar, heavy and completely unadorned. The porcelain vase was placed on a high shelf in the grandest room, admired by everyone who entered. The clay jar was kept on the cold floor, used for basic, everyday chores. Day after day, the clay jar looked up at the golden vase with a heavy heart. It cursed its rough texture, its dark color, and its clumsy shape. It thought to itself, "I am an absolute failure. No one stops to admire me, and I have no beauty to offer this world. Death would be better than living such an insignificant life." One afternoon, a great elder visited the potter's workshop. Seeing the jar sitting in the dark, he noticed a tiny tear of moisture seeping through its base. The wise elder knelt down, touched the cold clay, and asked, "Why do you weep, little vessel?" The jar replied in despair, "Look at my companion on the shelf. It is a masterpiece, full of light and elegance. I am just a block of dirt, hidden away and forgotten. Why was I even created if I am meant to be this useless?" The elder smiled gently, his eyes filled with profound peace. He did not argue with the jar. Instead, he said, "Wait until the season changes, and you will understand your true nature." A few months later, a severe and brutal drought struck the valley. The rivers dried up, the heat became unbearable, and the wells turned to dust. In the palace, the grand porcelain vase sat completely empty on its high shelf, unable to protect anything from the blistering heat. Because its walls were thin and delicate, the water inside evaporated instantly, leaving it dry, hollow and fragile. But the villagers desperately needed to bring water from a secret spring hidden deep within a rocky cave. The path was brutal, filled with jagged stones and sharp cliffs. The potter did not reach for the beautiful porcelain vase, for it would have shattered into 1,000 pieces at the first stumble. Instead, he gripped the thick, heavy clay jar. The jar was carried through the burning heat and rough terrain. Because of its thick, porous walls, it kept the precious water incredibly cool against the blazing sun. It did not break when it bumped against the cave walls. It did not leak. It brought life-saving water back to the village, day after day, sustaining an entire community through the darkest times. When the rains finally returned, the clay jar looked up at the porcelain vase once more. But this time, there was no sadness in its heart. It realized that beauty is completely meaningless without purpose. The vase was made to be looked at, but the jar was born to endure, to carry, and to save. In your own life, you often look at the glamorous lives of others and curse your own rough edges. You think your struggles and your plainness make you a failure. But you must understand that everyone is built for a different purpose. Some are made for display, but you might be built for the storm. Your strength, your resilience, and your scars are exactly what will allow you to carry the weight when things get tough. Stop wishing to be a fragile ornament on a shelf. Appreciate the unique mold you were cast in. You are exactly what you need to be.